So in Kenya, we have to, before they used to recruit in Kenya, but they stopped it. So now we have to come in the UK and apply in the UK. But you need to have like a sponsor, someone who's willing to accommodate you for at least
Wow.
2 years.
Um,
Yeah. So they will accommodate you for 2 years after you finish your selection process, until you finish your training, until you're able to like stand on your own. That's when you can let them free and go do their thing.
So Brian, like, who
so
was your sponsor during when you came
My
here?
sister, my sister,
All
my sister
right.
was already here. Yeah.
Oh, that makes
that's
sense.
cool.
Yeah,
So it
very cool.
was it was quite a hurdle, like having to renew visas after visas after visas, which was quite a lot of money as well. Um, every visa to renew was almost £500. Just
Mm.
£500 to renew a visa. So I think I renewed it like 4 times.
4 times.
While I
Oh,
while I was still waiting to like get a place. Yeah. So initially I wanted to join as a chef.
ah,
How was the
Yeah.
selection like, bro?
selection.
Selection.
Tough.
Uh, it's not as hard as yours. So we had to do how many heaves? We had to do 10 heaves. It's just a old PFA. You have to do press ups, sit ups, and then you have to do like the run. That was about it. And then you had to do like what is it called again? Kim's game. Like it's like to show like you can work as a team. So
Oh,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah, yeah.
that's the last thing you do, and then that's where they actually mark you off. It's like to see if you can work as a team, and a lot of people were failing for that because they were like really really quiet and they were not contributing.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool. So how did
So
you?
is it? Yeah, I was just curious. Is it same? Well, so you come from Kenya in UK, and then you does all the process goes same like for the UK tab, like all the physical criterias and all those documents and
Yeah.
everything. Is it same like, or you guys, those people who come from outside, they have different criterias?
No, so when we come over, so you come over with the application that you've already been accepted. So you go to the recruiting center, in which my case I went to Liverpool. Um, you go there, you do like your BAP test. Um, did I do my hearing test there as well? No, I just did my BAP test there, which was like maths and English, just to see, like, this is just to see which kind of job they can give you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so like I told you earlier on, like I wanted to join as a chef because I love cooking. Like cooking is like one of my really, really good passions. Because I find cooking as an art. Like when you cook and someone actually enjoys your food, you feel like there's no good
Yeah.
feeling like that. You know what I mean? So
You're yet to invite me, bro.
you'll get an invite. Don't worry. Yeah. So I find cooking as an like a really, really good art, and I always wanted to join. I wanted to join the army as a chef, but now I said thank God I didn't join as a chef because I see what they go through. So, so it's
Tons and tons of food.
You see,
yeah.
cooking was your hobby. You should let that hobby be your like. Obviously, I think if you had joined chef, you would hate cooking.
I won't hate cooking. Like it's something like I really really like doing,
Mhm.
which people find it strange, but I really really love cooking so much. Yeah. So yeah.
It's
So how did you
better.
end up?
Yeah. फेरि भन त
What was
दोस्त.
that?
So how did you end up yourself in infantry then?
Because it was taking too long for us to join. So, like I said, I had already renewed my passport like almost 4 times. It
Mm.
was costing a lot of money. I think the fourth time I renewed my visa is when I was like, I've had enough of this, because I was like looking at my friends back home. They were really, really doing well. As this is people I went to school with, and we did the same stuff, and they were like really doing so well, and I was just sitting here on £80 a day, £80 a month. So I
Hmm.
said, nah, I want to go back. And that day I said that I told my sister I wanted to go back. That's when I got a call from the careers office, and they asked me like if I could join something else, and then I can retrade later on. Join the infantry.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Went to training. This was like really the worst hurdle ever because I've never heard of a Scottish accent, and my instructors were all Scottish, and I could not really understand what they were saying, and it was really really difficult for me. And lucky enough, I had a friend. He was South African. I think he had lived in Scotland for a bit, and he used to really help me. Like he used to like give me his notes and like, oh, this is what they were talking about, and he would explain to me after. And eventually, I managed to like get into the culture and indulged with them, and I managed to get to understand what they were talking about at the end of it. Um, yeah, then I left there, went to the worst place you'll ever be in,
Did you
which
not did you not feel like leave the training? Uh, in,
a couple of times I've always I sat there and I was thinking to myself, oh, I'm getting all this abuse, and I wasn't, because coming from a country that people don't swear that much, and then you come here and people are like constantly swearing at you, and every time I was like, oh no, I can't deal with this. I just want to go now. But at the back of my head, I'm thinking to myself, oh, if I leave this now and I go back home, it will be me starting from scratch again. So those are the kind of things were like keeping me going. And like, even if I was struggling on phase and everything, I was just like, I'm not going back to that lifestyle. I need to like improve myself. And then those are the things that kept me going
I don't know how
until I finished.
this swearing culture evolved in the army, bro.
It's everywhere. It's not only in the British Army as well. It's everywhere. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, because it's a mixture of culture. Like you get people from different places, so it's just like you end up gelling in them and then blending in, and you end up doing the same stuff as well. Like right now, I feel like I'm about to do it, but I just
Yeah.
control myself. Yeah.